Hello! Today I'll try and document my project, which is check the valve clearances of this bike beside me. It's a 2019 KTM 790. I've had it for almost 5 years now. It's done about a little over 27,000 Ks, and it's done very well. The only one and only time it's let me down is the side stand switch. Apart from that, fantastic bike, very light. Yeah. So I won't bore you with how to remove the tank. There are more than enough videos out there to instruct us on how to do this. I'll get back to you guys when I've gotten to the rocker cover after I've removed it. If I have enough time, I'll give you guys a tip on how to make sluggish starts in cold mornings history. See you soon. Okay, so I've done my valve checks. So basically you take the tank off, remove your spark plug so you could turn the crank easily, remove the valve cover, and then to turn the crank you have to remove a plastic plug over here, and you'll need a big 14mm Allen key. I don't have one of those, so I just made my own Allen key with a bolt with a 14mm, with a head that's 14mm across the flats. Very easy, it's not tight. Okay, so you turn the crank counterclockwise to get to top dead center, of cylinders number 2 and number 1. The manual tells you to start with cylinder number 1 and then do the adjustments on finish with number 2. I suggest you do the other way around, cylinder number 2 first and then number 1. I'll tell you why shortly. Anyway, here are my valve clearances. So the manual tells you that the intake should be between 0.1 to 0.15 of a millimeter when cold, and the exhaust 0.15 to 0.2. So here are my values. So this is the front of the bike, the back of the bike. My cylinder number 1 was between 0.152 to 0.178 on the exhaust on the left side, and same with the exhaust on the right side. My intake, so I'm happy with that. I'm not going to be doing any adjustments. Now the story with why I suggest you start with cylinder number 2. Okay, KTM designed this really well. So you see this, what do they call them? Cam rockers. So these cam rockers are underneath the camshaft, and the camshaft pushes directly on these cam rockers. The shims are underneath the cam rockers. So this picture is the engine without the camshafts. So this is the front of the bike, and this is the rear of the bike. This is cylinder number 1, cylinder number 2. So you'll see that all the rockers are fixed. You know, they can't move in this direction apart from the exhaust of cylinder number 2. So in cylinder number 2, they put this feature in so that it's easy to assemble the cams. So in this picture, you'll see that the rockers of the exhaust valves in cylinder number 2 are positioned to the left. When you finally install the engine, you move these two to the right, and you have this clip lock. I don't know if you can see that. This clip lock those two cam rockers in place. What the manual doesn't tell you is when you remove that clip and start turning the crank, these things could pop out of place. Mine actually did that. They moved to the left. So of course, I could not measure the valve clearances. Yep, I forgot to tell you. When you measure the clearances on the exhaust valves of cam number 2, you need to remove this clip. You see, you can't get your filler gauges in there. So when these cam rockers popped out of place, I struggled to put them back in the right place because it's so cramped. That's why I removed the radiator. After removing the radiator, it was a piece of cake. Very easy. So I'm done. Now I'm just gonna clean up and put everything back together. Okay, bonus tip for the day. KTM 790s and 890s are notorious for being sluggish to start in cold mornings. So to get rid of that, change your spark plug. So the original spark plug has a gap of 1 mil. So that's the this particular plug, NGK LMAR9A I-10. So get the one with the slightly smaller gap, so 0.8 of a millimeter, and change your battery to the equivalent lithium battery. That problem will disappear, guaranteed. Thanks for watching, guys.